realized he made a couple of bad decisions as well. We tend to let a couple of bad decisions dictate our life. We know we're better than those decisions. We know that we're wrong, but we also know that we're past them. Yet when people look at your life at times, they see the guy from 20 years ago who made a mistake. They let one bad decision paint the picture of perception of that one gentleman or that one guy or that one woman. One bad decision 20 years ago. Now you've got a picture painted of who they really are. For example, David killed a giant. He was a champion of war. He led God's people over many battles against their enemy. He actually put Israel into a position of power instead of one that was constantly under the rule of the foreign government. He killed a lion and a bear. He's considered as Israel's greatest king. But for so many people, we allow his mistake with Bathsheba and Uriah to define who he was. I'll give you another example. We look at Peter and realize that God moved mightily in his life. We see the only person in history other than Christ that have walked on water. He preached and 3,000 souls were added to the church. He had a true revelation of Jesus saying, "Thou art the Christ." But we like to remember that he's the one that denied Christ. He's the one that sank while he was in the water. Never mind the fact that he was the only one that had the courage to jump out of the boat to begin with. Never mind that it was a perilous time for those disciples, and they thought for sure that they would die with Christ. We let a couple of bad decisions paint our picture of these guys, of who these guys really were. Unfortunately, we continue to do that today. People that made a mistake years ago are still carrying that burden on their shoulders. So when we look at Samson, it's hard to see all of his victories, all of his accomplishments because of his mistakes. And there are more than just a few. But if we had to learn anything from Samson, as Romans 15:4 stated, we'll find that faith in the Lord does not always go hand in hand with elegance and subtlety when you find that Samson is listed among the heroes of faith. How many of you would have left him out of the book because of the fornication? How many of you would have left him out of the book because he married a Philistine woman, somebody that was of the uncircumcised? How many of you would have left him out of the book because he completely neglected his Nazirite vow? He was drunken. He lost his temper. He was vengeful. How many people would have left him out of the book? But yet you still see his name grace the pages of our heroes of faith. Romans 15:4, the reason why I said that is because whatsoever things were written aforetime, those things that were written in the past, were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the Scriptures might have hope. So what can I find with Samson? Samson did everything to break the Nazirite vow. His hair was just the last of it. He drank strong drink. He fornicated. He married a Gentile. He ate from the carcass of a dead animal. He was not as refined as some of the judges, yet his life should still be celebrated as one of the judges that led them out of the rule of foreign dictatorship, as the Philistines had ruled over them at their time. As we allow the mistakes of Samson to define who as we allow the mistakes of Samson define our perception of Samson, I'd like to take a look about where they were at that time. What was going on that might have fed into the reason he was doing the things that he was doing. This is a man that was written in the book of Hebrews for his accomplishments. Heroes of faith because of his accomplishments. Just his name appearing on Hebrews chapter 11 lets you know that he was a man of great faith. So why did some of these people that I've mentioned make the mistakes that they made? What was going on in their lives that dictated their actions? Just stay with me. I'm just kind of setting it up right now. That's what I do, man. I'm just kind of laying the foundation. I firmly believe that it wasn't just an idle mind that caused David to desire all of those other women and all of those other wives that desired Bathsheba. It was not just an idle mind. David had this problem before he ever seen Bathsheba on the mountain or on the rooftop. He had a couple of wives before he ever married her. But I believe it was the pain of rejection earlier in his life that kept driving him to continue down that road. Even when he was the most powerful man in Israel, he still was struggling with this pain of rejection. Whether it was the rejection of his brothers, whether it was the rejection of his father, or even the rejection of the king, he was dealing with something internally that drove him down that road of deceit and adultery. Now, I want you to understand something as I just take a moment. One of the biggest obstacles that we see in life right now is overcoming those feelings of rejection or the feeling of pain that people have because of rejection. The reason why so many people are in these types of organizations out there that you don't agree with sometimes is because that's an organization that accepted them for who they were. They found themselves running around dressed up like clowns with the insane clown posse because that is what made them feel accepted. They find them running around with skinheads and bikers and with people at the bars because that's where they found acceptance. I want you to understand something. People don't like being rejected. It hurts us internally. It tears us apart. We want people to like us and to love us and accept us for who we are. So that's why when we as a church sometimes, when they walk in and they don't look exactly like we do, or they don't dress exactly like we do, if we show anything but love towards them, you are part of the problem, not part of the solution. You need to understand what I'm saying. There are people out there looking for some acceptance and being aggressive. You are accepted and you are loved. I am accepted in Jesus. That's why I'm here today. There's nothing wrong with praying. because of this pain of rejection. Sometimes we go down these roads and they breed things like lust, and this pain breeds things like adultery and some of these things out there are superiority, and it just breeds all these things so that you can prove to people that you're something, that you're someone, that you're of some value. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? I just preached it not that long ago. So that you can prove to somebody that you have some value. I honestly believe David had more of a problem than just time on his hand. He has a deeper wound there that he was dealing with. The scriptures don't talk about it. They just give you mere glimpses of it. But when I look at a person's life, and I try to wonder, why is he making these decisions? Why is he going down this road? That typically isn't who I know Sean to be. I know him not of one of hate or of violence, but I know Sean of one of tenderness and love. That's who I know. Why would all of a sudden he get angry and show hatred towards somebody? There must be something that's triggering that. And I'm not saying that Sean has any of those problems. I'm just using him as an example. You never know about people. You're accepted in this one, brother. I like to get an understanding of where those people are at that time. Why did Peter deny Christ? Well, because they thought he was going to die. Yeah. Right. And we like to call him bad, but some of you are denying him just because you don't want to call Jesus freak.
Good, right.
Right. Some of you are denying him because you don't want to be one of those people. Right. They might make fun of me. Boy, I wish that's the only... Peter's like, man, I wish that's the only thing that could have happened to me. I would have never denied him. That cock would have never crowed. Sometimes pain puts us into a bad spot. Sometimes rejection will put us into a place to prove self-worth. Sometimes we get into a bad place in our minds and we become vengeful. That's exactly what happened to Samson. Listen, Samson came home in a time of harvest to visit his wife that was with a kid, only to find that her father would not let him go in to see her. Now this is supposed to be a time of harvest. This is supposed to be a time of happiness. This is a time that you rejoice for all of your labor and hard work, because now you get to reap with all of your labor. This was supposed to be a good time, but now Samson is being denied the things that were his wife and kid. Oh, his wife who was with kid. He wanted to visit his wife, but his father-in-law gave her away, not just to anyone, but he gave her away to his friend. Talk about being done wrong. How many times have you heard that preached across the pulpit? We like to talk about his drunkenness. We like to talk about him cutting his hair. We like to talk about all the mistakes he made. But what about the hardship that he was going through in his mind? Amen. What triggered these actions? We like to talk about him being vengeful. But what triggered these actions? The father-in-law tried to give his other daughter to him because he knew Samson was angry. Well, yeah. surprised Samson didn't grab his father-in-law up right there and break him. But he was hurt, and you can't tell me that he wasn't. It put Samson in a very bad place. Now, I sat there and wondered, how in the world did you think of doing that? I mean, in my mind, it just doesn't even cross my mind. Now, I can think of vengeful things. Don't get me wrong. When someone murdered my uncle, I thought of all kinds of ways that make that even.
Right.
And how to get away with it. I got to plot it out.
Right.
I'm on camera, so I'll never go through it. Plus, I've forgiven. I don't have the heart to do it anymore.
Right.
But there's all kinds of things that went through my mind. I'm not going to lie. But I never thought of catching 100 foxes. I didn't even think about catching one. Caught 100 foxes and tied their tails together with a firebrand and let them loose. How in the world did he think of something like that? How in the world did he think of something like that? Because when you get into that place in your mind where you've been hurt, it's a very dark place, and I want you to understand something. You sit there and wonder, how did they ever get into a place where they took their own life? It's because it's a place in their mind that was very dark. How did they ever get to a place in their mind where it was okay to do that many drugs? When they were growing up, they're like, man, they didn't have dreams of growing up and being a drug addict. They didn't have dreams of growing up to be alcoholics. They didn't dream about growing up to be these type of people, to be murderers and molesters and abusers. But when you've been hurt sometimes, it puts you in a very dark place in your mind. And there's ways to justify your vengeance to this world. The ways to justify their vengeance. What their dad did to them, to what their husbands did to them, to what their girlfriends did to them. There's ways to justify it in that dark place of their mind. He caught those firebrands on fire and let those foxes run. They ran through the cornfield, they ran through the vineyards, they ran through the olive trees and caught it all on fire. As I mentioned earlier, this was supposed to be a joyous time. This is a time of harvest. This was a time that we gather all of the corn and all of the olives and all of the grapes out of the vineyard. This was a time that we were going to have be plenteous. We're not going to be without, but we'll have plenty. But now it is all being burnt to the ground because of the dark part of someone's mind that was hurting and in pain. Now all of a sudden there's women and their children that are starving. Now there's men and their brothers and their grandparents. They're starving because somebody got into the dark part of their mind.